Hi, Kentaro. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Robin. Thank you for having me.
Let's begin with where you work and what you do.
Uh, Hi, everyone. I'm Kentaro. I work. Someone might know me as a W Kentaro on GitHub because I've been working on open source project for some time. And currently, I'm working at the robotics startup in Japan called Mujin as a computer vision engineer, and I co-lead the vision team where we deploy the vision system for warehouse and the factory automations. And as you guys might already know, like a vision system requires a lot of image data or ground truth data that is very useful for evaluation and also training machine learning models. So on the side, I've been working on this software project called LabelMe, and where we can annotate the image and to teach the machine what the machine should recognize in an image.
Mhm.
And then I was sharing some of the update on the X, and then Robin found that some of the update on here, and then here we are. So
That's right.
thank you, Robin.
I think you've been working on LabelMe for several years, right?
Yeah, actually, I started working on that when I was, I think, the fourth year in the bachelor, or maybe the first year in master, when
Mm.
I was in the Tokyo University with the robotics lab. And then yeah, the point was, yeah, I remember like it was like robotics challenge. There was like Amazon picking challenge, and then we as a lab we participated in the challenge, and that was very early of the deep learning era
Mm.
where we were shifting from like feature-based like a SIFT color histogram to more like convolutional net type of free convolutional net was the just coming up.
Mhm.
And then yeah, it was very challenging for this traditional method to recognize the object in a Amazon warehouse challenge. Sorry, the challenge was like you need to detect the object or segment the object inside of the shelf and then give the location so that robot can pick.
Mhm.
And then in the challenge, you build a vision system and a robot system at the same time. And then we needed to, yeah, build this like annotation tool. And then I started building this and open sourcing it. And still, I'm using this even in a current work and also making some updates in public as well.
Amazing. So you basically created the tool because it didn't exist and you needed it, and you've been working on it ever since.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. And what's changed recently in the area of annotation? For instance, like people are now using tools like Segment Anything to speed up annotation. Can you give me some context?
Yeah, I think the couple years later, like here earlier, I think Meta started like publishing the new foundation image model called anything model,
Mm.
some, and the yeah like currently like recently they released the some three, this version three, and the I yeah, after seeing that, I started integrating that features into LabelMe. So the original, the Meta published as like a PyTorch models. So I also needed to export it to more easy to install way because the I try to keep the LabelMe as like easy to install and also compact binary to
Hmm.
install. That's one of the key features of this. So yeah, that's like a what I've been working on. Then also LabelMe got upgraded. So where you can, oh sorry, maybe I didn't explain what sum is. So sum is like where you can click the point of the object and then it automatically segments object.
Mm.
And then recent upgrade in sum 3 is you create a bounding box of single object and then it automatically segments similar looking items.
Mm.
Or you can also give text as a query and then you can detect the object. So
Right.
that's the recent update.
So lots of new ways of annotating data, not just manually putting boxes around things, but prompting a model, or visually or with text. That's really fascinating.
Yeah, I feel like it is very like similar trend as like a coding because Cloud Code and Codex is generating code and then we review it. And it's similar thing like you prompt the query of annotation and then you verify and then tweak the some of the annotation. And then
Hmm.
both can be done in LabelMe.
Right. And do you know how popular those kind of features are? Is that something that is being picked up rapidly, or is that still something that people just experiment with?
You mean like this auto annotation
Yeah.
tool? Yeah. I think I believe it is like becoming mainstream feature.
Mm,
So the before Sum 3 probably yeah, Sum 2 was the main like feature and then where you can automatically segment single item by clicking the part of that object, like a part of the human face, and then it automatically segments the face. But it wasn't like you annotate a single face and then you detect all of the face in a picture where hundreds of people are there.
mm,
And then the Sum 3 unlocked that feature to annotate like hundreds or thousands of objects, as long as that
mm,
is similar, semantically similar, that I think is completely changed the paradigm. And now I think industry is shifting the direction to use more and more this AI assisted feature and then using human not like a QA as a like checking the quality
mm. Right.
of
So
annotation.
the machine is doing the heavy lifting, and the human is there for verification. That seems to be, as you
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
the
feel
theme
like.
with coding these days. Amazing. We connected because I think you shared geospatial support in SAM. What's the story behind that, and what have you implemented?
And then in the LabelMe measure version upgrade, we started, I realized that I can support larger images and then noticed that people are wanting this feature so that they can use LabelMe for annotating the satellite images. And satellite images tend to be really large. And that was kind of new field to me because I came from robotics background where images are small for real-time use. And and that's when I started sharing like the what we can do with Label Me plus satellite image.
Hmm.
And and that's I shared on X and then Robin noticed, oh, this kind interesting. And the another thing I noticed was I tried this text prompt in Sum 3 on satellite image. Like there was like some of the like pond or like a storage tank and then try to segment it, but didn't work very well because I think Sum 3 was trained on like natural images, like taken from iPhone or normal cameras, whereas it looks completely different in satellite image.
Mm.
And then I noticed that I need to support this like a bounding box based query. And then, it worked very well. So I
Hmm.
wanted to share that too today.
Right. So you had a few issues. It was on your backlog. You just needed to support much larger images, and once you had that, that unlocked supporting satellite imagery.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And was it straightforward?
Yeah, I think once I realized that that is needed, because before, like when I always test image of my use cases, it was just instant.
Mm.
So know, I didn't really pay attention. So once I pay attention, it was kind of straightforward.
Right.
Yes.
Fantastic. So the features are supporting large images, but also the different formats.
Yeah, yeah. Bef yes, yeah. While working on this, I realized that the satellite image tend to be used like a TIFF
Hmm.
format where I normally test with PNG or JPEG normal images.
Hmm.
So I started supporting multi-channel image and then to normalize that visual to so that you can open it in the LabelMe
Hmm.
to start annotating.
Fantastic. We're going to record a demo video showing the geospatial features after this.
Hmm.
Just to, I guess, recap, what LabelMe is. So it's a desktop application that people can
Hmm.
download. It's basically written in Python, I think, and then you can
Yes.
compile that to like an executable, so people don't need to know any Python to actually use it. Is that right?
Yeah. So you can download from GitHub, and if you're comfortable with command line, you can install with PIP or UV, like a Python installation too. But I also provide like a downloadable executable
Mm,
on the website as well.
right. And is it a paid product? Is there a free tier?
Yeah, currently the application itself is the free trial for 3 days,
Mm,
and the I provide this like easy to install app as like a paid product,
mhm.
but the you open source version you can use for free, and the current like basic features are already, yeah, everything there.
Amazing. All right. We'll put the links in the show notes. Like I say, we're going to record a demo now, but once again, thank you for joining me today
Yeah,
and
thank you for
sharing
having me.
information about LabelMe.
Yeah, thank you.